All right, it is time. Welcome as we are in our Blue Rose, as our world hopping, system hopping crew is now on the world of Kryn, using Daggerheart. And anything along in the story, this is more of them experiencing their usual abilities, but just thought we'd try it to get more because we had tons of fun over when we were doing our cipher. We're trying out different things. But thus far, after landing in the ocean, our heroes have begun to understand more of this place and heard stories of lovers lost and a cave explored and gateways to other worlds. Our travelers here, of course, thrown off from their usual network and are instead here by falling through the very inner structure of the world tree. Therefore, things behave a bit differently than they would expect. Having been given a bit of a task, as well as their run-ins with people of the wizarding community, noticing that they all seem to be able to use a type of magic. They've learned of a test of high sorcery. If they can wish to continue, being told that their choices are to take it and pass, take it and die, swear off magic, or be executed. And thus they have found their way to a little bit of a rest in the old home, like a private little sanctum that was made for the daughter of the governor of the city here. So, with that, as you are relaxing, that you can decide what it is you'd like to do next. So, at your leisure, my friends.
Wait, so I have to go take a test for magic?
Yeah, apparently we all have to take a test for magic.
See, I just told him I have my black robes already.
I know what you're talking about. I don't have any magic.
Peridot kind of just like her head just kind of swivels, her whole body doesn't move, just turns to you.
It does not make eye contact.
think you had to be registered or something, Lies. I think just saying you had your robes wasn't really enough. I mean, Kelly tried to say that her robes were like white, and they still didn't like that.
I think she said gray.
Yeah, gray.
Kelly's not as convincing as me. I guess we could go get registered. Where do we do that? Is it the Black Tower?
He gave us some information about it. I don't think we really looked at it yet.
He was going to go and write it, and you would get your invitations to the test.
Yeah. So we're getting our invitations.
Okay.
I don't know when that's going to happen, though.
In the meantime,
Oh.
he gave us these, and Nayland gestures to the gloves. It shows that we're like pending or something. It's like these yellow gloves, and as long as we wear them, people won't think it's strange.
I think because people who use magic here all have to wear robes as part of like symbolizing that they have gone through the test or whatever. It's really weird.
I guess each to their own world.
Yeah, I mean, whatever it is, I don't think we have to worry about it now. The invitation will come when it comes. In the meantime, we have this scroll, and Nayland gestures to the scroll about the lovers and the whatever.
So do we want to investigate the cave?
Yeah, I feel like that's my idea of a first stop.
But where is the cave?
I don't
Do you
know.
think the lady, the governor lady, would know?
We could ask her.
Good idea. Let's go ask her.
All right. So, yeah, the information, if that's all you're looking for, I thought they had told Lies, but it's essentially south of Cybar, which is the city you're in.
It's south of us.
It's about a day's ride.
Well, who knows how fast those invitations are going to get here, so it's probably a good idea that we head out then, even if it's a day out and back.
I mean, if they come by magic, it might not matter where we are.
Plus, they never told us we couldn't leave.
You're right. Loopholes.
But yeah, I'm ready to head out. Is there anything that you guys want to do first?
I don't really need anything.
No, I think we're stocked up.
Matt,
I'm ready.
above table, we have to in story buy like weapons and stuff, or we can just sort of from character creation have whatever equipment came with character creation.
Yeah, we can say you were able to find your equipment generally off camera. Like, it's not a big. I don't think that's the biggest deal. Unless there was like things you wanted to find out or whatnot.
Just for flavor, at one point while we were walking, Ace just stole like 2 different knives from different stalls.
Because he's a thief.
And he's broke.
Going around, you would be able, because the cave is like a popular thing. If you, because I can't remember how much you all learned, because it was a little. Would any of you be trying to get the lore of the cave a little bit?
I had read a thing about it in a book.
Yeah, you did. Okay, so you do have some information here.
I remember that.
Is there anything we have to know about the cave before we get there? Any like wildlife or something? Threatening auras?
There's not a lot of information there. I mean, there are beasts and like most places in the worlds that you're used to, there are monsters, but nothing that people speak about in particular.
That was in character Nayland asking Peridot, but
Oh,
I imagine that was Peridot's voice speaking back. So
Yes, yes,
Cool.
it was.
sorry about that.
It's kind of nice to have like access to the people that have like knowledge about what's going on around them.
all right, well, I think we should just move out. Nayland will attempt to lead the way to the cave.
I'll follow.
All I know is that it's in this direction.
The while that we're walking, Nayland very much doesn't seem to care about this wolf that's following her around. And the wolf kind of has decided instead to sort of hang around Peridot and Lies. Seems very happy to see them and get little pets.
I will most certainly be petting the wolf.
Imagine Peridot can like ride the wolf.
Can I? Can I ride the wolf? Is it big enough? Am I small enough? Little doll girl on a wolf.
I think you could do it all right. Yeah.
I'm literally vibrating right now.
Yeah.
All
Do
of
I
the
get the sense?
petties.
Do I get the sense that walking with this wolf through town is going to be a problem as we try and make our way to the cave?
No,
Okay, beautiful.
no, it seems to be okay here. 'Cause it's like kind of a wild island town, so it's like just like there's this island, and then this is like the one town on the island, and
Okay.
and therefore like people are rangers. People go out and have these things. It's not as like restricted, so it has
Mhm.
sort of that very kind of like interesting charm to it because of that. It's not unusual for people to take have these trained animals and whatnot. It's very colorful. What many people would not like a city to have, it definitely has. Very cool. So then you begin your ways here. So yeah, as you push your way south, walking, there are some interesting. Like, are you wearing black robes?
I mean, her dress is black,
Okay,
so
so if you made that a little more, there's because I remember I thought they gave you some stuff.
if they handed me black robes, I'd be wearing them.
Sorry, I remember. But very cool. In that case, you slowly make your way through the woods. Is there anything you are attempting to do upon the island here?
No, I don't have anything. You guys have anything?
Me neither, other than getting to the cave. But I'm happy to try and lead a check to do it, unless we can just kind of walk there, because you said it was kind of popular. But
Okay. Oof. Excuse me. All right. Yeah, so walking, it is essentially not a big deal to get down there. It is somewhat well made as far as the path. Um, and there's an odd wind that begins to come. It smells of roses, and you realize quickly what's strange is that there's a wind like that's moving to the east, but then there's this wind coming from the south to the north as well, but more like a gentle breeze, very floral.
Does it smell kind of like if you're like walking towards like a botanical garden, or does it strike us that it smells like roses? Since we're the blue rose, do we go like roses?
Oh no, it's more like a botanical garden, just like a
Got
bunch
it,
of
okay.
different things.
Well, I guess we're getting close.
Indeed. And Peridot, you, as you ride upon the back of the wolf, these the scent comes into you more and more. And it's slightly odd at times. It's something familiar about it on the wind. And almost as if you're having a hard time concentrating on holding on to the wolf correctly or being present as this breeze brings the scent around you. Is there anything that you are like to react to for that?
Peridot's gonna sneeze.
Can I spend a hope to use one of the wolf's experiences? I gave the wolf an experience called Empath. And does this wolf sense anything going on with Peridot above her?
Okay. Yeah, so it would be an instinct.
Okay. The instructions don't. So, question.
Okay.
So, in the rules, I don't actually understand how the companion works. It says I can make a spellcast roll to connect with my companion and command them to take action. When you do, you may spend hope to add an applicable companion experience. On a success with hope, you take the action immediately without using an action token. So do I use my spellcasting ability or should I roll instinct?
Oh, so I guess it would be your spellcasting then, yeah.
Okay.
So when you go through your thing, you're always spellcasting. Okay.
Okay. I don't want to do it. All I do is just wish there was an easy way to do this. Okay, and then +3. Okay, great. Okay, I rolled a 19. But it's a critical success. I rolled 2 8s.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
I was like, why doesn't it tell me if it's hope or fear? It's because they're equal.
Amazing. So yeah, as the scent comes through uh, through the wolf, as you kind of connect, it kind of realizes that Peridor's grip with her sneeze is becoming a little bit looser. Um, and almost as if they're just in another world. And so I would say, what would you like to do? You feel like they might like fall off and possibly get very hurt.
Immediately the wolf starts like whining. Nayland will turn around. Peridot, what's wrong? Are you okay? And she'll try and steady her. And she'll snap her fingers in front of Peridot's face, trying to see if she's lucid.
How like other than just like the scent kind of like fogging up my senses, is there any other mental impairment of sorts?
So in this moment, you you remember the smell of this flowers mixed with grease and the chill of ice. And then almost you only really understand when Nayland grabs you. It's as if you and your body are separated. Like your very soul is being pulled away from your created form. And upon realizing it, it's like your defenses kick in and you're back. And you're pulled in, and there's a slight pain in your chest, but it subsides very quickly.
Ow, ow! That was
Sorry.
really, really weird.
Was that me? I didn't mean to hurt you.
No. I feel like my soul just disassociated out of my body. Is this what they call astral projecting? Can I astral project?
Nayland's immediately going to try and pull her shirt over her nose, wondering if this scent is it like poppies from Wizard of Oz or something?
I mean, you kind of defense. And I would say from this Peridot, you feel this very visceral thing, like you feel more in your body than you have in a long time. As a result of the critical, you are essentially immune from this effect,
Ooh.
becoming fully aware of what is happening. And it's as if as soon as you know that this is a risk, it's not even a problem. It's sort of subtle and sneaky that seemed to be more of the issue.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Nayland. Guys, I think you should cover your faces. There's something in the air here that it's almost like it separates you from your body and you start going somewhere.
Alright. At this point, you probably notice that Ace is not here.
What?
That's like, at the beginning of the scene when all of it started, if Ace could have sneaked off a little bit just in the woods. Still in the woods, not that far from everyone, but just like a little bit off to the side on his own.
Okay, what are you doing?
Ace is gonna try to call out to the green again.
Oh, interesting.
And he's like, hello?
I think at this point, yeah, you reach out, um, and it doesn't seem like the green is here.
He's kind of sigh to himself and then make his way back.
Not sure. Was there something particular you were trying to do?
No, he was curious to see if the connection was still there.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Every other time he did it, he was usually alone, so it was just the thought
Gotcha.
process was to just go off a little bit. That was it.
All right. So you'll see Ace come back.
Why are your shirts over your faces?
There's something in the air, and it's not good.
He'll just also do it. I see. Sorry, I thought I saw something cool over there. It was just a rabbit.
Was it a cute rabbit?
It was pretty cute. Nice brown and black fur.
I love rabbits. Right. So, whatever is in the air is not great. Do you think maybe those kids encountered the same thing?
Could be. I mean, Lies, do you remember what the governess told you?
That both of them snuck off to this cave where if you go there together with the person you love and make a wish, it comes true. So if you think two people wanted to run away and this cave could be a portal or something to a door or something, and two people needed love to activate it, that could be what happened. Or they could have got snagged by something before, and nobody's heard from them since.
Yeah, I mean, if this stuff got them, then Peridot was about to fall over. Who knows what could have happened to them after they were, like split in half?
I mean, we're on an island and it's small. Like, you think somebody would eventually, encountered them.
What if it's a defense?
But again, unless, there's something living there, they have to be, they'd have...
They went there to get a forbidden love. If people just knew if everyone knows where they are and it's forbidden, they could just stop them. You need some kind of defense.
Maybe we should try and hurry, so this stuff isn't too much of a problem.
All right, so you begin to hurry a little bit quicker here. So, excuse me. Pushing back quick, soon you come to a place of find a small hill, and you see an entrance to a cave with a footpath that's a bit worn that comes into the southwest of the small hill. And now you feel the breeze a little stronger, the smell a bit more. The hilltop is barren. And coming from the cave is just a little bit of a trickle of water.
Looking at the mouth of the cave and around the cave, I know that it sounds like people kind of come here often. Do I see tracks of anything that doesn't look like a visitor, that maybe looks like this is a creature's home or something like that?
I would say looking around, you don't see anything that is overly worrisome.
All right, well, we're here. Anybody see any reason why we shouldn't go in?
Preservation of life.
Okay, any other reason?
No, not really.
All right, great. Let's go.
Okay. In that case, you begin entering the cave here. It is completely dark. Depending on the sight of all of you, I think of various things. Is anyone needing a light at this point? Or are you good?
I definitely do not have. Does dark vision exist in Daggerheart? But yes, I can't see anything.
With my background, can I pull out a flashlight?
Sure. See a little light. You see in the entrance, the vaulted cavern is 40 feet across and 25 feet high in the center. The ground is flat and scuffed with muddy tracks, and the walls are marked with initials and names carved into the stone. Tunnels lead deeper into darkness to the east and the south.
Just that you saw hope. Let's see.
Were we given the name of the girl at least?
Juliana, and the boy's name was
Yeah.
Orlando.
Can I look to see if there are any initials that like might be a J and an O?
All right. Around. You do not see a J and O necessarily here as you go to look, but you do see, I mean, these various initials and names, but on one end of the wall there's a deep carving into the stone with a C plus P that's circumscribed by a heart.
P. I'm gonna go to that one.
Okay.
And it's like specifically like away from all the others.
Yeah, and it's set apart because look at the other names. It's odd. They are a combination of what looks like maybe were written with mud. Others are written with like charcoal, ink, even paint. This is the only
But-
one that looks like deeply put into the stone.
That means something. Cause like I don't know, like to me, if you're if young lovers come to put their initials in the cave and stuff, all of this stuff here, all of it can like get washed away at some point, right? Paint, ink, mud, but this is a carving. Carvings stay for a long time. Carvings, you have to take another carving to destroy it.
Is there a way to get a sense of how old the carving is?
Certainly. How would you like to go about that?
Can I compare, like, I mean, honestly, I'll take my knife and carve into the wall and see how similar they look.
Okay, yeah. So I think trying just to kind of understand this a little bit, you can go ahead and give me a knowledge.
Oh boy, sure. Let's see. And I got nothing to add to it. Okay, rolling it. Okay, I rolled a 13 with fear.
Okay. So, here we go. Mark my fear. You- running your blade, you realize it's taking you like a good amount of time, and it's thin, and these are carved rather beautifully. The heart is almost like a picture one would think, and even using your knife, you're not even sure how one would get this pattern. And this was, you distinctly can understand this was used using magic. And judging from the cleanliness of like when you carve, this was a good time ago.
There's no way that this was carved in here. I think magic had to do this. And I think probably a while ago.
CP. I wonder who they are. I wonder if they're still together.
We have a few paths to choose from moving forward. Anybody have any ideas?
Is it bad that I feel like we should go down the path that is normally the least taken?
No, I kind of agree.
I don't know. I feel like if two lovers are trying to escape their families who don't want them to be together, they're gonna go take risks. Going down the least traveled path sounds really risky to me.
Be honest, this is my first magical cave of this kind of caliber, so I'm gonna leave it to you guys.
This is like my second ever adventure, Ace.
I mean, depending on what you define adventure as, this is also okay. That's not true.
All right. So we going most traveled or least traveled?
Least.
Traveled.
Okay.
Just for shits and giggles, before we leave this area, does it? You said that there are full names here or only initials?
There's some full names and such things.
Is Raslin's name anywhere in here?
You do not find the name Raslin. You do find the name Cameron,
Oh.
which was Raslin's brother.
Oh. Cameron with a C?
Yes, really Cameron, but yes.
Oh, Cameron, okay.
What was his name written with?
Next to it, you see Cameron Antica.
Is their name written towards, like, or near any of the paths? Either of the paths?
It's just sort of mostly just there, nothing in particular.
You do all notice Lias has been over there carving her name and Kelly's name into the wall.
Very good. So you take the time and carve it in.
I feel like I feel like we're all discussing like the possibility of Cameron and Raslin here, and then Liz is just over in the background carving it. We're totally oblivious.
All right. Then, after it is carved, you choose to proceed more to the north path.
All right, let's get going. Hopefully, these two lost lovers are down here.
Neelan's grumbling about how it's about time.
Sorry, Neil, some people have business to do.
All right. Moving on. The floor of this cavern is ridged like sand at the bottom of a stream. It's dotted with slender stalagmites and littered with broken stalactites from the ceiling 30 feet above. The main tunnel continues to the east, and smaller side chambers extend to the north and the south.
Do the names continue into here? Or they stopped in the other chamber?
There are no names here. as you look out, and your flashlight kind of scans the area here. How would you like to proceed?
Well, if we're sticking to the path least traveled, can we see signs of passage?
We'll see there's a lot of chambers here, then there's a path. Here there really isn't any tracks as much. Most of the tracks you saw before kind of went, and while it was a little muddy before, here it's cleaner.
Hmm. All right. I mean, the tracks dried up. Any bright ideas?
I just thought of it now, so it's a little late, but we should probably start marking the walls so we can make our way back easier.
It's not a stupid idea.
I will try to take that as a compliment.
You know, what we should have totally done, since you now have this new wolf, Nayland, is grabbed a piece of clothing from the girl's house and used your wolf to use the scent tracking abilities of it. Good thing I brought her scarf.
Great. It's a great time to think of Elias. Thank you. And Nayland will try and grab the scarf from you.
Well, you've been ignoring the dog the whole time. You actually see like she's kind of almost tied the scarf around the dog, but she goes stops and she's like, "Oh, okay, here."
Okay, let's see. Okay, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Can I? Okay, so the wolf has no skills related to tracking. However, I do. I have gifted tracker. Could I somehow, with the wolf together, the wolf like sniffs the scarf, and I use magic with gifted tracker to make the wolf know where to go? Potentially.
Sure, let's just go ahead and do that spell roll.
Okay. Oh my freaking god. Okay, 13 with fear.
Okay. So I get another fear token.
Yeah.
Following, you begin to understand the path to take. The one that is the most straightforward. You get the sense where people have not so much traveled to the other areas, but been dragged
Ooh.
off of the main path. And at that time, each of you will look up and you hear cracking of stone as you see above you there are these spectral forms, all dressed very nicely, looking down at you with hatred. and a wicked smile as they hurl themselves against the stalactites in the ceiling, trying to have them come down upon you. So they whirl, they're cracking and splintering. I will use my 4 fear tokens to get 4 attacks on all of you.
Besties, I'm so sorry. That's all my fear.
You
Okay.
just used my claim about survivability.
Okay, so I have to actually remember. I haven't done this in a little bit. I forget. Josh? Do I roll? I gotta get my brain in this game again. I'm rolling to hit all of you if I remember. D20, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Okay. Perfect. All right, so then we'll start with lies. A stalactite comes down, trying to slice. That is simply a 6.
Miss.
All right, then on to Nayland. The one's falling for 14.
Miss.
Ooh. Then we're on to Peridot for 14.
Hit.
Okay. Let me see if I have to for Ace for 12.
How does this work again?
It's your evasion score at the top of your sheet.
That'll miss. Wait, it's 12 actually, so I don't know.
So Mitsu beats it. And
Yes.
Okay, so they both come down. So in this case, Liza and Nayland, you push yourselves out of the way. And however, look up as these 2 rocky formations pierce Peridot and Ace. So to each of you, what we're looking at is 9 physical.
Okay, so how does this work for damage?
Okay.
I know I have 2 thresholds. There's minor and
Severe or major.
severe.
Well, I remember, and then it's minor. So if it's under the first number, it's minor damage.
It's 1.
Right. I don't
It's
remember what
like
happened
1
if it's
tick to my
2.
HP. If
Yeah,
it's
so
in the
we're-
middle of them, then it's 2, and then if it's severe, it's
Above.
Yeah, so the first box is your major threshold.
yeah.
And the second box is your severe threshold.
What happens if it is that number?
I believe if it hits it, it gets into it.
Yeah, I think the first number would count as major,
Okay.
and the second number would count as severe.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I looked it up last time we.
Yeah, so if they hit it, then they are in that threshold. Makes sense.
Yes.
Remember, you can spend armor or do other things to mitigate that. So, as that comes down, what are each of you taking?
I am taking 2 damage.
I am double checking what I have at my availability, but right now it's 2 damage. Sorry, I still don't remember everything I have. Okay, yeah, I'm taking two damage.
Okay.
Or sorry, can you use multiple armor?
Um,
Or is armor once per attack?
I think
No,
you
you
can
can
use
use-
as much as you want. You can only take it down to minor, though.
Okay, that makes sense. Then I will actually make it 1 damage if I can by using 2 armor.
Okay. Okay, so they come at you, piercing your shoulders and your arms as they fly about, kind of cackling, looking menacingly down. And in this case, then we go in any order, basically.
What range are they considered away from us, being we're on the floor and they're on the ceiling?
Yeah, so there would be just the one up there. So, so if I actually was looking at the right side back when I was saying these things. So I think that would just be close.
Okay. Nayland
Yeah,
goes,
they count as close.
she goes, shit! And the freckles that she has on her face light up and glow. And I'm going to make a spell cast roll against any close enemies. And on a success, I can spend a hope to do some magic damage.
Okay.
So. Oh, okay, 22 with hope.
Nice.
Okay.
That definitely is
And-
smacking the one. I think, are you doing multiple or is it one?
It says against any close enemies, plural.
Okay.
I have a quick question. Sorry. Oh wait, sorry.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll the damage. So little beams of starlight, as if like I'm conjuring the stars, shoot away from me, and I rolled 17 damage to
Nice.
all targets.
Okay. So that is going to be severe to all the targets here. And they're each gonna they begin to pass through in fear, going right through the stalagmites and trying to take some shelter in the walls to reduce that a little bit as they begin to burn at your attack, each one taking ultimately 2 HP in damage. As they recoil and can see their forms begin to flicker. All right, who's next?
I have a good question.
Yep.
Two. One, how many of them are there?
3.
3. Okay. The other is, what is a scene? 'Cause I have something that it lasts until the end of the scene.
So the scene would kind of be the room, the main part of the action, like so the combat.
Oh, that's awesome. Then I'm gonna look at whatever one dropped a rock on me and yell at it to stop moving and cast Time Lock on it. Oh, it's not
Ooh.
living. I can't. No, I didn't read that right. Okay, I'm gonna need a minute. I'm sorry. I was like, that seems really bad.
Okay, this is the first combat of the system. So
So-
we all breathe and we can figure out how our characters work. It's totally
Wise has something she would like to do while Ace
Yeah.
You said they are close. Does that mean they're very close or close? Like
close.
just okay. So then I am going to first off. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to Primal Origin. When you cast a spell that deals one of my effects, I'm going to mark a stress on the Primal Origin, because now I can make marking the stress extends its reach by 1 range. So I'm going to then use my Shadow Bind, which would make it from very close to close range. And here I'm gonna make the spellcasting roll. That's gonna be a 9 with hope.
Okay. So that's on one particular one, right?
But hold on, I am going to spend 3 hope, giving my Sorcerer's Hope thing, where I get to double the result of your hope die, turning that into a 12, 13 with hope.
Okay. This is 13 with hope.
Yep.
Okay. That is gonna miss.
Oof.
Okay.
All right. As you do that, the one you. So, what's this look like?
So as you see, Wise tries to take the shadows around them, and you almost see each of their shadows start moving as she tries to lock them into place, but they're able to break free, unfortunately.
Yeah. And they swirl above you with another stalactite as they put their hand through and begin to vibrate it, so that it breaks apart from the ceiling and begins to come down towards you. That is a 13.
13 will hit.
Okay. For a total of 15 damage. Physical.
Okay. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, I'm gonna just take the 2 HP on that.
Okay. Yeah, so concentrate on your shadows. It comes down, piercing right through your shoulder.
Peridot with just kind of like feeding into her instincts is gonna take out her little knife, and she's gonna throw it, and as she throws it, it kind of like curves a bit too as it flies through the air, and it's 8 with fear.
Okay. That will miss as it passes again into
wait.
the wall.
No. Yes? No? Am I reading it like on the dice itself or in the box?
In the box.
That it's a 16 with fear.
Oh, well, that will hit.
Okay.
Wait, did you get 2 8s?
No, it's one is a 7 and one is an 8.
Gotcha.
Plus 1.
Gotcha.
So
I was like, that's a critical.
I
Okay.
know.
And is that with fear still?
It is still with fear.
Okay.
So the little knife kind of like curves around and kind of slices through it from its back, and it flies back to her, and she catches it.
Okay. Now that hits. You got to roll your damage.
Uh, 12.
Okay, very good. With that, this one again tries to flicker, so part of it will pass through them, and they kind of cry, yelp a little bit. Another one kind of gets close to them, as if upset that their form is being slowly picked away like this.
And then I'm going to mark a stress to do it again.
Ooh!
But the new target, because this new one's moved in the way.
Yes.
Because it says that I can only do a different target.
Okay.
And it applies the same attack roll, so it is also another 16.
Oh, nice. Is the same damage too?
It just says with the same attack roll, so I don't know if it's the same
Alright, so
damage.
we roll the damage.
I'm pretty sure it's the same attack, though.
Yep.
It is lower. It's an 11.
Okay, so we're gonna do. They have to try to protect themselves as well. So same attack roll. So it's the same attack roll with fear. All right. Okay. In that case, before Ace gets to go, they angrily now will vibrate. Yeah, so they're going to vibrate through the ceiling. So a stalactite falls on each of you. And at the same time, from the far corner, you can see this moving mound of translucent green slime. Seems to take a moment to react. You can tell they're not as quick as you are, but it now comes and moves up to where Nayland is.
Ugh.
So I'm going to process it first, actually. Oh, that's only a 7.
Yes.
Okay, and now we'll process all the stalactites. So, lies. That is a... I don't think I get anything for a natural 20, but that's what it is. Nayland, a 7. Does not mess with you. Peridot, a 5.
Does
and
not.
Ace, 11.
Does not.
Right, so then this is just against lies. This falls again for... Oh, not too much. That is 8 physical damage.
8 physical damage.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to use one of my armors. So, Matt, GM's crit. If you quick succeed on attack roll, you also deal extra damage. Start with the full value of the damage dice, and then make a damage roll as normal to add to the value.
Oh, start with the full value, then make a damage roll.
Yep.
Okay, so never mind then. It's going to be...
I had to check for you. Can't take that away.
What?
I said I had
Yeah.
to check for you.
Yeah.
Can't take the GM
I
crit away.
appreciate it. 38.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's 3 HP.
Unless you're doing something with armor.
I'd have to mark it down 20 to make it to 2. And 3, 6, 9, 12, 8. Yeah, no. That's, yeah. You look and see it lies is beaten up. That thing crushed her. Ow.
Okay. So they're out of actions. So they're going to make this a little different in the thing. With the way anyone watching, what is happening is every time a player takes an action, I get an action token. And then if they roll with fear, I get a fear token. And fear tokens can be converted to 2 action tokens. So a lot happens. And the enemies only get to go if a character misses or if they roll with fear. So incidentally, Peridot, when you doubled that fear roll, that like gave me a lot of stuff.
Oh dear.
Because I basically got 6 action tokens from that one turn because of that. So as a note, so again, we're learning mechanics. So we're understanding how that works. All right. So Ace, I think you're the last one yet to go.
Yeah, Ace will yell at explode as I'm going to use the Arcane Barrage ability. I'll spend 4 hope to deal it. It automatically hits, and I just get to deal a d6 damage to an amount of creatures that I spend hope. So I'll do the 3 creatures in the ooze.
Okay, rolling a d6.
Yeah, it just automatically hits.
Okay,
Kinda like
perfect.
Magic missile. It's an ability that I can also only use once per short rest.
Nice. Yeah. No, I love it. That's a really cool spell. So roll that 6 because, or roll that d6 rather, because if you get a 5 or a 6, that's going to be good for you.
I got a 5.
Nice. Okay. So that's going to take 2 HP away from the ooze. And then, yeah, the 2 that everyone's been working on, those 2 The two ghosts of lovers past trying to kill you are obliterated. How do you send them back?
So yeah, for this one, it kind of just looks like, is it like he says it, the words echo in the air for a second before it's best visible from within the slime, because I imagine it's see-through. You can see just like a mini explosion occur from inside it, and then the other two just explode from the inside as the other just has this burst go off in its chest as it puffs out, and it's like clearly uncomfortable now, but not fully liquefied yet.
Perfect.
It just means like coughing a ton.
Nice. You don't have to make any roll for that. So I just get my one action from that, but it was a success, so I can't go. And yeah, everyone's gone, so people can go again.
Lies! Perido's gonna run over to you, and she's going to kind of just like pray that her magic will work and it won't feel really, really weird, and kind of concentrates on how her healing magic is supposed to work. And I'm gonna use Sparing Touch on you. I get it once per long rest, and now you get I clear 2 hit points from you.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Ooh, thank you. Help Peridot. And then as you do that, Elias points up her hand at the creature in front of Nealon, and you watch fire start burning. She's like, I learned this from a little dragon a long time ago. Fire's
Oh.
good. And she sends out a cinder grasp for an 18 with hope. Or no, 18 critical success.
Nice.
Nice.
Alright, so that is going to be...
This is against the slime here.
Uh-huh.
Who's-
That's going to be, 8 damage.
Okay.
And they start on fire.
Nice.
Anytime a creature tries to act while on fire, it must take additional 2d6 damage if it is still on fire at the end of its action.
Okay. And there was no roll. That was just did it.
Yeah, anytime the creature tries to act while on fire, it must take an additional 2d6 if it is
Okay.
still on fire.
Perfect.
So unless somebody puts it out or you have a way to put it out, yeah.
When it takes an action, basically, you said.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. Who's next?
I'm
you go
also
ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna also Ace is gonna run up to Lies. He's gonna like whisper to himself, "Go away," as a circle appears around them. I get a stress. It says, "Okay, that's stress." Cool. I mark a stress and create a temporary magic circle on the ground around me and any creatures in melee range of this circle, or creatures who enter the melee range of this circle take 2d12 plus 4 magic damage, and are pushed out of it.
Ooh.
So Matt, just like your damage, my critical success does the same thing. So you take a 20 plus that.
Okay.
So it's
Ooh.
28.
So yeah, that's gonna destroy that ooze.
Okay.
Goes down.
Learning
That's
rules.
just one spirit up top.
I'm going to Nalen's going to position or look up to the sky at the remaining spirits. And the wolf is going to come up next to her. And the wolf has an experience which I'll use a hope to activate. I'm not actually sure how the action economy on this might work. Basically, Nalen's gonna say, if you don't want to end up like your friends, stand down. We have some questions to ask you. And she's trying to intimidate them to stop.
Okay.
And the wolf has an experience that I called Prey Protector, which I'm hoping the wolf can stand in front of Lies, who had been severely injured, and growl and add to that intimidation.
Okay. So I'll allow the experience to come through at the +2, but then let's do an outright presence here.
Okay. Do I have to roll spellcasting for the wolf's experience to come through?
Well, so are you spending your hope for it? Because it's experience.
Hope. So I have to.
So I guess
To
you do your
connect with-
spell attack roll then to connect, and then you'd have to do your separate presence.
Gotcha. That is my question. Okay. So this, roll that. 16 with hope.
Okay.
And then presence with the experience. +2 is a 17 with hope.
Okay. That will work. So that goes up to it as it looks and kind of puts its arms up, this womanly form, as she comes down. Goes, fine. I won't harass you anymore.
Okay. Nayland lowers her glowing stars. We're here looking for someone. 2 people, actually. What's your name?
Okay.
Okay. Well, nice to meet you, I guess.
I nod. Definitely afraid, but definitively does not like you.
We're here looking for a couple. Their names are Nayland Elbows Peridot.
Oh, right. I give their
Juliet.
name-
And-
yeah, and or start with an O, didn't it?
Juliana
Juliana.
and Orlando.
Orlando. Florida, Orlando. Got it.
She kind of looks. Two passed here once when we couldn't kill them before they got away. They did go that way.
Why are you so interested in killing the people that walk through here?
Came to find love. But we were not. She points, and you can see where this ooze came from. There are several dissolved bodies and like piles of bones. We couldn't find peace. We don't want any others. The one I came with, she ran away, pushed me into the rock so she could get away.
Well, yeah, love sucks. Sorry about that.
So you died here?
They nod. Either exploring or it is said that there's a garden at the end. And if you take the flowers there to your true love, they will. You will have many, many days with them. But if we couldn't make it, why should anyone else? You can feel as they talk, there's the sense of their emotions even beginning to feel like they're giving into it. These aren't like humanoids, but there's like the shard of hatred that seems to be here that makes up this creature.
Okay, well, that's a pretty shit attitude, and I think we should get out of here before they lose it. Neelan's going to try and start retreating toward down the path that the spirit had indicated.
Okay. Everybody else?
I follow Nayland.
Same.
I'll go too. I'm gonna be sad though. I'm gonna keep looking back at the sad spirit as we go down.
The wolf licks your hand.
That's so sad.
As you pass, you can see there is a humanoid corpse. Looks like it once was nice armor that's been rusted away, that seem to be imperiled on one of the stalagmites here. But with a nicely maintained necklace that hangs around their neck.
I'm taking that.
I slap Ace's hand. Hey,
What? It's free stuff.
no.
Yes.
That person came here to be with the person they loved and they died. Let them rest in peace.
I am. Just without their stuff that they no longer need.
I'll get you something else from somebody who is much meaner.
Can I take this while Perida's not looking?
I suppose, yes. I think we have to make this have a little bit of stakes, but this would be finesse.
Can I put my expertise into it? Experience as a thief?
How does that? Yeah, because you're a thief, so you use. Yeah, narrate. How does it look?
It's just so yeah. I'll continue this scene. I was just curious if that's something that I can do in this system.
Yeah, I think you have to use your hope, right?
Okay. Okay. Fine. I'll leave it on them.
Okay.
I just go say to Parados. He just puts the body down, but tries to slip off the necklace into his sleeve as he does it.
Amazing.
Okay. So I roll. Sorry for this. It's finesse, or what is it? Finesse plus experience if I use my hope.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I got a 11 without fear.
Okay. Oops, that's 11, and I'm actually trying to quickly figure out how that perfectly works. If there was a way that contested checks tended to work. Okay, I would say with an 11. I think. Well, you tell me. I think Peridot. How closely is she? Is she really suspicious, or do you feel like she?
I am highly suspicious.
Okay. I would say with 11, you see them. Was that with hope or fear?
With hope.
With hope. So, Peridot, you spy them doing this.
Ace.
Listen, it's like an itch, okay? I can't just leave it here. They don't need it.
I'm gonna take a little gold coin out of my pocket and drop it on the ground and be like, "Oh look, I found a gold coin!
Okay,
Someone must have dropped it here."
I watched. What's your point? I watched you do that. I'm confused.
Listen, Ace, this person is already trapped in an endless cycle of pain and suffering to make other people suffer more. The least we could do is let them continue their pain and suffering without
No,
adding to it.
That logic doesn't sound at all. If anything, the least you could do is help them. Changing the necklace isn't going to change their suffering. They're still in pain. Just helps my suffering. I can afford to eat and new clothes.
Ace, we're staying in a house that's giving us free food.
I don't trust that. I got issues.
I mean, if this is really a big deal, I guess I could try to see how the corpse felt about the necklace. I have a weird connection with death.
I'm
Would that
for it.
help, Peridot?
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm
Hey,
going to
Lies.
mark the stress. Uh-huh.
Well, while you do that, maybe you could figure out if we bury these corpses, would that put their spirits to rest?
One at a time.
Okay.
Take one stress for one question. For
Got
one
it, got it,
suspicion.
okay.
So she is going to reach down, and you kind of watch these little tendrils of dark energy connect into the body as she tries to extract a memory related to the sensation of the necklace or emotion. Trying to focus on this necklace as my other hand reaches down and the tendrils go around that. And I try to just see how this person had felt about it.
Okay. So is this using a specific ability, or are you just kind
Yes,
of going?
I'm using my death connection.
Okay. I want to see how the death connection works.
While touching a corpse that died recently, you can mark a stress to extract one memory related to a specific
Perfect.
emotion or sensation.
Okay. So, so you get this person. You feel they came here hoping that this necklace would help them get to the garden beyond, so that they could present a beautiful token to a nobler lady to win her affections. And the feelings of the necklace was that of a tool that they had paid their gold for, in hopes that it would be the thing that would make the difference. That they would be able to come back and win the heart of this person.
Ace, you may grab the necklace, but there is a catch with it. If you take this necklace, you must give it to a love.
That's fine. I'm heartless.
I tried, Peridot, I tried. but they were going to try to use it as a gift to the person they love to show their love. I don't know how this thing works here. It's going to be very interesting.
How about this? I promise, if I ever find anybody I love and I'm still in possession of the necklace, I will give it to them.
That's fine with me. How do you feel, Peridot?
It's acceptable. I got my eye on you. Peridot does like the eye swish, swish, swish motion.
As she's doing that, Ace is staring at this thing, wondering how much he'll be able to pawn for it.
Nalen's been leaning on the wall, not participating, and she's just like, this whole interaction was so asinine.
All right. Leaning on the wall, Nayland, as they are all doing this, I would say that you kind of see where this slime came from. Several coins, as well as a yellow topaz.
Oh, ooh, like loot.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So you can find 8 platinum pieces. 22 gold, and this yellow topaz that you think's worth 250 gold. Actually, I'm sorry, because I have to do that. My brain is still a little different. Let's call that 3 handfuls.
Gotcha. Of coins?
Yes.
Okay.
You find 3 handfuls of coins.
Still the yellow topaz, or just the handfuls of coins?
I think that's how everything is supposed to convert. If I
Gotcha.
didn't dagger heart my brain only. I was like saying, going, wait a minute, I'm saying this incorrectly.
I pass a handful to Lies and a handful to Peridot, and I keep a handful. And then I look down at Ace's necklace, and I consider that his handful of coins.
I'm not complaining. Hey, finders keepers. It's the rule. That's the rules. That works.
Thanks, Nayland.
Anyways, I don't like having spending money. I just like having enough for what I need.
Did you want me to try and ask that other question?
I mean, it's really up to you guys. I feel like maybe we've passed the point that it'll be a problem, but like if Peridot wants them to rest or whatever, we could take the time to bury them, if that would help.
Peridot?
It was mostly just to leave them at peace. Let them not trouble them any further.
All right, then let's just go.
We continue on.
All right, as we do that, let's take our break, and then we'll come on back.
Okay.
Alrighty. Excuse me. Alrighty. So we were proceeding onward.
Yes.
Cool. Alright. Moving forward past this, the winding cave finally takes you more to the north. And you come into this new cavern, as large and irregular in shape. The bare rock floor forms a shallow depression that contains a mud pool, fed by a sluggish stream flowing from the southeast. Near the west side of the pool are two mounds of dried mud.
That looks ominous.
Yeah. Should we just call out, see if there's something there?
On that suggestion, Ace will just yell out hello.
Shout out, hello! There's no response.
Calling out didn't work.
Oh.
Try walking forward, Ace.
I didn't want to come here.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Nayland will walk up.
That seems more fair.
Okay. So, you walk over the muddy area of the cavern, going to these two piles. As you do, you see the rest of you watch as the mud begins to churn.
Ugh.
And it rises up. I've got some tokens left on the table here. As this creature rises up right next to Nayland. It's the mud. It seems to just engulf you, kind of deluging your form as it swirls around you. That is going to be a 16.
Ah, hits.
Okay. With that, it knocks you a little bit back from it, from very close to close range, away from everybody else, separating everyone from you. As this living wave pierces you. So this will be my damage for you. That is 13.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm going to mark 2 armor slots to bring that down to minor damage.
Okay. Very good. All right, then we can go as they'd like.
Can I try running up to it to get to very close range?
Yep.
Cool. And like I still get to do something as well. I just don't know how movement in this works. Like, this is my question.
Double
I
check.
believe
Yep.
you can move and take an action up until far range, and then far range you have to make an agility roll to get there.
Yeah, so you can move 1 range. So you go from close to very close. What would you like to do?
Say sleep and try to cast slumber on it.
Oh, very nice. How does slumber work?
On a success, I roll a casting roll. On a success, the target creature falls into a deep slumber until they take damage or until the GM spends fear to awaken them.
Make your roll for magic.
Cool. 19 with fear.
That will work. So it begins to lower itself down.
Nobody hit it or it'll wake up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Naelin's going to try and continue moving towards the 2 mounds, if they're still there, and examine them.
Okay. Sounds good. In that case, let's go ahead and that's what's that? Knowledge or perceive instinct?
Lovely. Oy, frickin' frike. Okay, actually. Well, no, that doesn't make any sense. I rolled a 6 with fear. Oh, no, I didn't! No, I didn't! Critical success! It is a 6. But I rolled 2 2s.
I think doubles is critical success no matter what, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Excellent.
They need to make the color of the critical success more different than the color that fear is, because they're both blue and it's confusing.
All right. Looking into these mounds, encased within are desiccated remains. As you kind of break it in here, you can see on one, there's things like you can see like chainmail shield, longsword. Another, you can at least see some like thieves' tools and some coins poking out.
All right. I tell my friends that there's nothing here but corpses, and I mean, they look like adventurers, not innocent lovers. Can I take anything that I see?
You would have to spend significant time, like
Okay, gotcha.
more than you have in a combat, I would say.
Gotcha.
So, like, if you free, very cool. And who's next?
I want to move up towards the mounds themselves
Okay.
too. Was it just the one that was asleep? Or was there a second one?
It's going to be 1.
Okay, yeah. Then yeah, I'm leaving it alone. Ace said leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Well, you can do something if you want to. Just know to wake up.
I'm not gonna touch it. I don't want it to wake up.
Okay, what do you want to do? So you just move up there?
Yeah. Does it look like these mounds happen to be like freshly dug earth put over it, or is it more like older?
They're
Like
more.
there's
They're like
stuff
they're like
starting to-
they're
yeah,
like
got it.
hardened, encased mud.
Okay. Um.
Quick question, sorry. Does every action take hope, or only the ones that say spend a hope?
Actions usually don't take hope.
Oh, okay.
That's not what I was looking at. Uh. I think Peridot's gonna just kind of like see if there so it came out from the mounds, right?
It came out from like the mud that's around the floor.
The mud around the mounds. Is there like another exit like from this room? Or is it just
So yeah,
the
so
room?
like past the mounds, you can see like that sickly chain of water. You can follow it if you want. You'd have to get past.
Alright. I'm just gonna go to the other side of the mound so I'm not like super far away from everybody, but kind of just like be like, let's go. Kind of like it's asleep, maybe we should just keep moving.
Okay. And I think just lies.
Liza is going to move past the mound, looking to Ace and go, get moving. I'll hold this thing off for a second. As she is going to do Veil of the Shadows,
Mm-hmm.
and you watch her start. You watch shadows start coalescing as she tries to create a wall of shadows. So I have to make a spellcasting roll. That is, and I have to be a 13, but it is with fear. So I got a 14 with fear. On a success, you create a temporary curtain of darkness from one point up to a far range from you to another. Only you can see through the darkness, gaining advantage on any attacks you make through the wall, and you're considered hidden to any enemies on the other side. It will hold until you cast another spell.
Okay, so just hides you, not your friends.
Yeah, but I'm creating it and I'm putting the creature in the wall.
Okay,
So it will technically can't see inside the wall.
all
Because
right.
only I can see through it.
Very good. All right. In that case, you hear it stir to waking. And it will burst through the wall. And so you're outside of the wall, Lies?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Actually, the way it's going to be able to move is it moves right, so it becomes very close with everybody. And its spins as swirls of mud almost get this like almost razor's edge as they attempt to as the strands almost cut through some of your skin. We'll see what works. So we'll make sorry, what? No, he just took it. Okay.
Get out.
Okay, perfect. Let's try to see how this specifically works. This is one roll.
I'm a mean mommy.
Let's see who it all hits. That is 11. Does it hit anybody?
No. I don't. Doesn't hit me at least.
Yes.
All right, so just lies.
I'm muted. I forgot I'm muted because I coughed.
Does it hit Peridot or no?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
It does not hit Nayland nor the wolf.
All right. So the mud of this elemental grabs you and pulls you, the two of you, down into the mud pool with the force of a riptide.
Ooh.
You both are restrained, vulnerable, and you begin to drown.
Ugh.
I don't need to breathe.
Fair enough.
I'm sure I could still just be stuck in here a lot. But
Like-
You are stuck. All
I'm
right.
very stuck.
Perfect. So it's that, and then what it will begin to do is beat on. It's going to do a beat attack on Peridot and a beat attack on Lies. It's crashing down. Has advantage on both of these because you are vulnerable. So 21 on Lies.
Yep.
And that's ultimately gonna. Let's see if I crit. This is that. All right. So 20 on Peridot,
Yup.
and then okay, perfect. Okay, so I'll make this one damage roll for 10 damage.
I am going to spend an armor slot to reduce that to minor damage.
Nice.
I am going to use what was it? I have to go back in time to check.
All right. When you take a
I'm going to
turn-
use one of my prayer dice. It says to reduce any incoming damage. So I'm going to reduce it so that it is below my 8 for minor damage, so I only take 1.
Nice. Very good. And you are able to try to end the condition with a strength or instinct roll.
I would like to try to.
All right, so that would be
Pull
your
myself
turn that
out.
you would end up taking.
Okay.
So that is its turn. Who would like to go?
I would like to pull myself out with my strength.
Let's go. Roll it.
It is a 14 with fear.
Ooh, that will not make it.
Okie dokie.
Lies is going to look at this creature and go, "You want to make me stuck too? Then I'll do the same." And so my shadows try to grip around it. That is a 15 with hope.
All right, that will fail as it
Oof.
pushes past the shadows. In retaliation, it's going to do 2 attacks on Lies and an attack on Peridot. Let's go. It has advantage on each of these. So 1 on Peridot for, in the 20s. Go to Lies. That will hit. And that hits 2. So over 1 damage for overall. So that's 2 for 13 each at Lies and a 13 at Peridot.
Okay, that's going to be 2 armor slots for Lies as you watch her dark dress that's covered in little metal pieces get destroyed more. She takes 1 more HP.
Okay.
So something you guys notice that you never really noticed before with Peridot is that as she's taking all this damage, there's almost like this flicker of light, and then you realize that she's never really bled before. It's always been like the wood on her body is splintered, but now she's bleeding. But it's not blood. It's like golden sap almost.
Mm.
All right, if you'd like to go next.
Nayland, I'd like to send the wolf to run up to Peridot and attempt to give the help action for Peridot for the next time Peridot tries to free herself. And I think I have to spend a hope to do that. But I also think I have to roll my spellcasting roll to command the wolf, and then I'll spend a hope for the wolf to give the help action.
Okay, so there's not a help action in here, right?
Yes.
Oh, there's one. Okay.
In the game?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can help an ally.
Okay, I thought
By
that was
spending a
tag
hope.
team. Okay. I'm confused. Cool.
Okay, so... And then I'm going to make a spellcasting roll to command the wolf. Okay, 14. Oh, with fear, though.
Okay.
And then so then I think help means that I would roll a 1d6 the next time Molly tries to do that action, and Molly gets to add the result.
That sounds good.
And then for Nayland's action, I'm going to raise my hands, and the ground shakes a little as a big vine comes up through the ground and is going to attempt to restrain Lies with a spellcasting roll. This is Death Grip. It's a spell. And I get to make a spellcast roll against a target in close range. On a success, vines reach out from my hands, causing the chosen effect and making them restrained. And the effect that I'm going to choose from the list of things I can do is I want to pull the target into melee range with me.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. I'm going to make the spellcasting roll. I don't know. Do I have to beat Liza's evasion? Or
I would say you have to more or less beat you have to beat the 17.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. All right, spellcast roll. I'm also going to use the tokens I got from accumulating fears, which is my community feature. So I'm going to add
Nice.
+2 to this roll. Okay. A 23
Nice.
with fear.
Ooh, okay. Okay, so you pull Lies away out of where it's restrained. It looks and it follows with crashing waves of mud. This is going to be a total of 4 on you, Nayland.
Okay.
So let's see what occurs. All right, I got 14,
Miss.
11, miss, 16. Sorry, 15.
Hit. Oh, hit. That's my evasion.
And another 15. So that's only 2 hits.
Okay.
And then each one will be that is 12.
Okay. I'm gonna use 1 armor slot to reduce one of them to minor, and then I'll take 3 HP. So 2 for 1 major and 1 for 1 minor.
Okay, perfect. Okay, who would like to go next?
I think I'm just gonna look at the thing and be like, just stop moving and cast Mystic Tether. I make a spell attack roll against the target within far range. On a success, they are temporarily restrained and mark a stress. If you target a flying creature, this brings them to the ground before restraining them. Doesn't say how long they're restrained, it just says temporarily restrained.
Okay. So let's make that roll.
Alright, roll. Oh, 18 with hope. Oh, it's gold, and I said that was a crit. It's so weird. I just haven't rolled one with hope yet.
All right, 18 with hope. Very good. So it says it's restrained.
Yeah.
All right. Just move around it, partially hardening its body. Who else?
To further even help myself, I would like to use my hope to reach into my pack and pull out a little hand shovel.
I love it.
So me and the wolf are gonna dig myself out.
So I think that gets you a +2. And then a D6, I think, from the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all right, the roll is and like base as this without adding anything to it is a 14 with hope. So then the +2 makes 16 plus the 6. It makes it 22.
Okay. All right. So you're taking your shovel. The wolf starts to push into the muddy pool, take their mouth, and pull you out of the waters of mud.
Thanks, buddy. I pat him on the head.
Tongue lolls out. Dopey happy.
Very nice. And who's next?
How close is Lies to the mud monster? Since I got moved.
Very close.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm going to try my. Oh no, it's still restrained. Can't move.
Well, could I then it doesn't have rules about when the restrained goes away? Could I choose
Yeah,
to
I think
release
you
the
could
restraint?
release it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I'm not restrained anymore. I'm vulnerable, correct?
No, because you got pulled out of all of it, so you're
Okay.
good now.
Haha. Then Lies has to move up into melee range, as I am going to try Preservation Blast. So as I do this, though, I am going to take a stress to mark, giving me from my primal origin, adding a +2 to the action roll results. Also, I am going to use my 3 hope to give my sorcerer's hope ability, spending 3 hope. Oh, that's after I roll. Okay. So we will roll. Let's see what this gives. So that is going to be a 14 with hope. So then I am going to spend that, which would make it a 12, 16, 18 with hope.
All right, that will be successful.
All right. Now, since it will hurl the creature into a far range and dealing 14 damage.
Okay. That's enough to be minor. So, as it takes 1 HP, but it is
So I
far
do
away.
roll. Yep. And I look to the group. Maybe this is our chance. As I start moving towards the door with my movement. Oh no, I moved towards the creature, so I can't. Yeah, we're good.
All right. I'd like to go next.
I'll listen to lies. I'll start running.
Okay. So I think as we're trying to get out, this is going to be an agility challenge.
I would like to, if I can, I have a deft maneuvers ability. I can mark a stress to move anywhere within far range without making an agility roll.
Oh, you got it. You get right out of the space.
I'm flavoring this as a starlight step.
I love it. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. Bling, bling.
So I have an experience of being quick-footed.
Ooh.
So I would like to use my experience here, with my agility, roll.
Nice.
Oh, it's 23 plus 2 for 25, but with fear.
But with fear.
The duality of man. Every time I see that little duality at the bottom, that's all I can think of.
Okay, so you succeed. Then it. All right, it's going to take 6 turns.
Jesus Christ.
And so that was far, Lies?
Yep, far range.
Okay, so it's far to close, right?
I believe so, yeah.
If I remember. Okay, so far to close is on its move, and then it can do close to very close.
Correct.
And then it would have. So it's going to give it 4 to wail on you. So here we go. Doesn't have advantage anymore, though. Okay. What's my number again?
To beat me, 11.
Okay. That's 1. All right. Only 1 connects.
Okay. How much damage you do?
That is going to be 10.
Okay. Whew. I still have an armor slot. I'm reducing that. Because I am at 1 HP, everybody.
Woohoo!
All right. Who would like to go?
Oh, I'm going to go. I'm going to push it again. And I'm going to go think of Kelly's best friendship in my Orderborn, where I can now how much she shows me to be strong in every time in my actions. And now when I use my rolling hope, I can use a D20 instead of a D12.
Ooh.
Okay, so D20 hope, and then
I see. So D12 fear, D20 hope. Okay.
yep. So here we go. That is gonna be a 16. That's 28 with hope.
Nice.
So I think that works.
It does. So it's blasted away again.
It takes 10 damage, and then I use my movement to move away. As I go, please don't let that hit me if anybody's close. That's my turn.
Okay. I will need an agility challenge. Because you're in mud, essentially, is the issue here.
$20 with hope. My bad.
Very good. I think it's just Ace that hasn't gotten away yet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run if I can, and like use like the agility to get further.
Yeah, we'll do agility challenge.
All right. Uh, 22 with fear.
Okay. Take that fear, but you clear the mud going down the small stream that kind of winds its way over 100 feet or so deeper into the cave. And that is where we will end for tonight.
Ooh.
Watching, thank you so much, and we will see you next week.
I live.